There you go. Hello, Mary. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
All right. You mind telling people why you were looking for me? And you didn't start right away with our program. You had a few sessions first. What were you looking to help?
Well, I'm in my mid-70s and I just always want to feel optimum. And I seemed like I was until I was hospitalized in late fall of 21. And so then all last year, I just experienced, the brain fog, the fatigue, the muscle pain, stiffness. It was just a different kind of year and I just couldn't get back to my regular self. So I made a decision that the new year I was going to, try to find something or whatever. And then actually I saw your course and I decided, well, then it was the right timing and this is what I was supposed to do. I'm somewhat intuitive too. So I just sort of felt that and expected that something was going to come my way. So that's how I, came to you. Then I was, because that was after Christmas and everything. And I needed those sessions. I knew I needed something right away. I was starting to panic a little bit because fluid was building up and everything. So the first session, was just amazing because you noticed that I had all of this. I had that pneumonia and everything, but you noticed that I had all the congestion, like up here. So, and I actually felt it released, which I wasn't like sort of expecting. And I just felt like a whoosh, like something was released. So, and then after that, the swelling went down and I was sort of saw for myself. And once you experience that, that could happen, well, then it was just that it was just, just to follow up with, I think I had another session and then of course I joined.
Right. You had a positive from the first session.
Yeah.
Your swelling went down, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
felt a little better because sometimes when we've been sick, did you have COVID or it was just something else?
Well, they called it severe pneumonia.
Okay. Yeah. Which is, we know severe pneumonia is about fluid buildup in the lungs. Heart failure is fluid buildup in the lungs, and that's the lymph system not working. So
and prior to that, I had so much construction done in my home for a prolonged period of time. And I'm sensitive to chemicals and everything. I'm very sensitive. And I think it was just a toxic overload. And I just ended up, completely wiping me out. And then, of course, I had a little bit, I got off oxygen right away and they put me on a blood thinner. And I got off that as fast as I could because I took the medications and it was low dose oxygen. So I was only on a couple of months, but I just couldn't get over that long drawn out feeling of what can I do? And I'm a solution person and I couldn't find the solution on my own and nobody was seem to be able to address that, without detoxing and elimination diets, allergy testing. And I had that done for years and nobody could ever put the finger on what my issue was. I intuitively thought that it was something to do with lymphatics, but of course you didn't hear about it. Nobody knew about it. Nobody addressed it. So, and then all of a sudden you showed up. So it was like, then it was like a no-brainer, like, how could this be? And now I'm seeing everybody around me that's having all of these issues and there's nobody to address them. And they're on Lasix and they're on other things that, but but it's affecting their organs and they're getting sicker. And, so I feel I'm right in the right zone that I've,
there are no coincidences, right? Where we have to be open to them, right? When things present themselves, we can either say, oh, no, I'm not ready now at this time. But then we just missed an opportunity possibly. So you took that opportunity, which was great. And then you joined our program. And how is our program? Is it easy? Is it hard? Are you able to use it?
Well, first of all, I just have to say that when you talked about your symptoms, my symptoms mirrored yours. So just seeing and hearing over and over again how it helped you, even the tongue. I never heard anybody ever tell me or nobody ever knew about those tongue issues. And I had that issue. So So once I, got in the program, I was just so overwhelmed with the ease of it. It was so customized, meeting me where I was at. If I couldn't get down in the tub, you explained about, well, then how else you can use your Epsom salt baths. If I couldn't get down on the floor and exercise, then you explained how, I can do them in a chair. So I just felt it was all personalized for me. And with that, and so easily accessible to you with, Eileen and Fallon answering and this immediate response. I mean, I've just never had that from anybody. And I felt that I see that you just really listen, you remember details. So nobody has to repeat or, go over, almost can fill in the blanks without a lot of words. And when I see you walking your talk, you're right along with us doing it. And it's just like, there's that community, that camaraderie, and it's just so casual. It's like we said in the beginning, I know I like to, when I do these things and I like to get motivated, I like to have fun. And to me, I'm enjoying this. It's not, it's just going to be a way of life, but I'm so excited that at this age, that this will be the final, that I'll be able to just, use this lifestyle, which I had a good one before, but this just takes it over the top.
And that's what I hear from people, that it's just that little bit that they've already, because most people who come in my program have already tried a lot of things. They become the expert, but it's just how we put it together. It's the little missing pieces that make it. And as you say, you'll be able to use this for the rest of your life. And where most people as they age, they're just sitting, just wasting away. We'll be able to keep that cellular waste moving out of us. And how often do you do it? 15 minutes a day? Not even. How long do you spend a day taking care of your lymphatic system?
Not very. I do the self drainage, but I'm just like, every day I wake up for something new because I have a vibration platform. So I do like that maybe in the morning, and in between drinking and staying hydrated. And I just put myself on a very consistent program, and it's about me now at this age. I took care of everybody, and so now this is about me. So I had to give myself permission that, and I have to make it fun. So when doing the twists or doing exercises, I just put the music on, but it's not a chore. I don't have to think about it. It's like I said, I look forward to it every day, because even if you look in the mirror, you can tell when, like around the neck, the eyelids are drooping. So just doing those facial things, you can actually see a difference, and then you can feel, you get the immediate feedback. So you feel less bloated with the magnesium and everything. So I've never felt that. And was more concerned about what can't I eat, and what's going to make me feel this way or that way. Now I'm, it gave me a new partnership with food.
And you just had a new, a trip. You were afraid to go on a trip.
Yes,
Some people, when they have health problems, they don't want to travel. And you, with our information, you tell us about that a little bit.
Well, I was, when you shared what you were doing to prepare for Fallon's wedding, I was just like amazed, and it made so much sense. Like, get ahead of it. And so I did that because I was dreading going away for Easter to our sons down in North Carolina. And I thought, I'm going to be on the road. How am I going to sit in the car for so long? And what's going to happen? And I can probably stay hydrated. And I was just feeling a lot of angst. And when I saw how you did it, I started early in getting myself prepared and packing up like my supplements and making sure that, I was, drinking water. And they had an electric kettle there. So it was cute because I was using the warm water over and over again. And so they ended up buying me one of those kettles when I came home. But I was so inspired because it worked. I was so aware of everything. And even though Easter dinner was really Southern homemade, you can imagine there was 9 sterno pans with all of the wonderful foods, Southern foods. And I just tasted a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and enjoyed it, and enjoyed my trip. And it was so much less stressful.
And I believe on the way back, you started to have a little bit of a flare up. And you were able to control it with what we taught you.
At first, and that was a good experience, because I noticed that I was a flare up. And then you even explained after that about you felt lost, that one day or so you were walking around and you felt lost. And I was thinking, that's what I was feeling like. I was just, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And, but right away I started, like, we came back Tuesday. So I started, with the cleanup, with all of and getting back on program. And it worked. So, my husband asked me today, he wants to go away for his birthday and to go to Boston, blah, blah, blah. So I said, sure, let's do it, and I'm not one that I never wanted to travel just to, to be uncomfortable and, not be myself, but
it's easy to travel when you have more control and you know the right science. Not about being perfect. That's one thing we're big on. We're not about being perfect. That's way too hard. Some people are like that, but we can't. Our thing is a lifestyle, and I'm glad you're learning that lifestyle. Do you have any advice for someone who might be sitting on the fence?
I just feel that, you'll get like so many tools, so many ideas, the way you prep on Sundays. There's so many things that you'll learn every time you're talking, and it's so interactive because we see you so many times of the week, and it's just something to keep us consistent. When you're consistent, then you obviously get results. And I know that that if I eat more acid foods one day, I know I have the antidote for that. My body and cells can do their work because I'm doing my work. I'm looking forward to all this cellular information, because I think that's right in line, and that's just phase 2 of keeping everything
right. We don't have swelling, we don't have fibromyalgia, we don't have IBS, we have cells that are sick. And if we think about it that way, then we can have a lifestyle to heal our cells and include a lymphatic system. All right, Mary, thank you very much for coming on. I know you helped a few people understand how this can help them. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So again, it's important for you to see that it's not just me saying, oh yeah, we help people. And understand, it's important at any age. If you're in your 30s and you're saying, well, I'm not 60 and 70 yet, most diseases take decades to happen. So if you're in your 20s and 30s and you start maintaining your health now, you're going to age a lot better than most people. You're going to have a lot less risk of disease than most people, because most of us have, ask around, most people don't even know they have a lymphatic system. So we've been ignoring it for, most of our life. And that's what's creating a lot of our problems. All right.